I was just thinking, speaking of comedy, no, I was just thinking that the last time I actually spoke to you was like 10 years ago.
Oh, Lord.
At Comedy Festival when you were doing your show at the Imperial.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yes, and I just remember chatting to you under the stairs outside the toilets, like where we had the little
I'm often
table.
outside a toilet.
No,
What are you talking about?
No, I know, but I remember at the time thinking this was like... This
Could have
was
been,
like
if it was in the park, it would have been a different conversation.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. Like for me, it's like the toilets at Wall Street, like now, like whatever the Max Watts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that used to be a place called Wall Street, which used to be the main Melbourne goth club night.
Oh, yes.
And I've spent a lot of time in the toilets down there.
Yeah,
yeah.
As have we all during the comedy festival.
So if you go to the comedy festival closing party, I'm just in serious flashbacks.
Rocking back and forth in the corner, just going, not again.
I can never get this eyeliner out.
Oh.
Anyway, what were we talking about at the toilet?
I can't even remember.
Oh, okay,
I just remember at the time I was just like thinking like, this was like the opposite of like the glamour I was imagining.
Oh,
It was like,
yeah,
it was like, they put the act table. I mean, I wasn't even an act. I think I was teching for Xavier Michaelides.
Oh, yeah,
that
fun.
year. Which is why I didn't see your show. I think it was on at the same time as Xavier's, and just like
It's not compulsory. There are a lot of shows in the festival.
I know, but it's just like
it is that weird thing where, because like I was, like people were coming to that show. One night, I think I had Anthony Kalia and Tim Campbell and Rhonda Birchmore in the audience. I'm like, welcome to my cupboard at the Imperial.
It's a step down from the arenas you guys have played, but okay.
Well, there's one room at the Forum. I thought, back in the day, the Forum had the carpet room.
Oh, under the stairs, like Harry Potter.
Which was, I mean,
which is the room where they kept the carpets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally when the festival wasn't on, this was the room where they stored their excess carpet.
Yeah.
And during festival, they put Stu Dorman in there.
There was, I played a room one year. One year I actually did 3 shows. One of them was a weekend show that was a remount of a show I'd done the year before. In like, I've done a lot of shows in the backstage room. It's the one downstairs near the big turntable at the town hall. And it's basically the room where they keep the chairs that are in the main hall to go and see the show. It's where they stack them. And I was just like, Susan Proven trying to shove me back in the closet again. Literally a closet.
Oh, what was that other tiny space? Again, there was another one at the Forum. It wasn't the carpet room. I think, who was I saying? I said Kel Belnaves. And he had a room that was tiny, and like, he had a backstage that was literally a sheet safely pinned into one corner. It was like just like the minimum possible. I mean, just visual guide. That just imagine that little sound baffle there.
Oh yeah,
being a sheet. That's the kind of space. And the man did costume changes.
Oh no!
During the show, and I was like, this man is a superstar.
Limo and I once shared a room that was made out of curtains upstairs at the Capitol Theatre. Like just in this weird, like you go up these back stairs and then it's like, here's your venue. The walls are fabric. Like all of them. Every single wall was a curtain. It was so strange.
Was there a roof?
No. I mean,
no roof. Just a.
Well, you know, the Capitol Theatre roof was up there somewhere. But yeah, it was like the balcony of the Capitol Theatre, just like we could hear the Scared Weird Little Guys audience screaming and yelling. Like these curtains are not doing anything.
I don't think anyone really appreciates how many dodgy little spaces just become performance areas. And it's beautiful. I love it. No, I don't. This is not a criticism.
No, it's
my favorite used to be like, was it the Tuxedo Cat where you had to know where the entrance was and you go down and you're going behind and in between buildings and then you go in there and it's just a weird warehouse sort of thing.
Well, the Tuxedo Cat started in Adelaide and it was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how they found somewhere in Melbourne that was exactly as impossible to find.
Yeah.
Look, in Adelaide.
Even now, like if I walked past where the entrance was, I wouldn't be able to point to it because the only way to know it was because like it had the A-frame sign out the front.
Wasn't
Tuxedo Cat this way?
Wasn't it demolished? Like wasn't that the whole thing was like the Tuxedo Cat was just hopping between venues just before they got demolished?
Yeah,
it was just like because the rent was very cheap because but on the bright side you could do anything.
I still can't find the Butterfly Club. Every time I go there, I'm like, it's one of these. It's one of these lanes. I'm not sure which one. It's a lane off a lane.
Yeah. The Croft Institute. The
Croft.
I miss the Croft. That didn't survive the pandemic.
Oh.
That was a lane that goes sideways. And,
It had the dog leg, so like you literally you're just like follow me down towards these bins.
and they served drinks in syringes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
I
is-
remember that.
Yeah.
And on and all the back doors of the restaurants in Chinatown were along the laneway. So like you're just walking behind these chefs like just chain smoking in the
Yes.
laneway, just like
That's one of the weird things in Sydney is like you go to these like amazing restaurants. You're like, oh, this is great. This is really good. And then you go to the bathroom and it is like you've walked from this fantastic, beautifully designed restaurant into the 18th century. And someone's going to throw a bucket of slop on you at any point. It's like, how is this the toilet for this building? Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
It is so peculiar.